AWS Tech Talk YouTube channel. Today we will talk about compute optimized instance. So as we all know, EC2 has provided 7 instances. So general purpose was the first one, and the second one is compute optimized. Right. So we will see what is compute optimized. Compute optimized. This instance type is good for if you want to have some parallel processing or batch processing done, right? So let's say an example of a bank wherein suppose there is one cash counter and there is a good amount of queue, since there is only one cash counter, right? So now to reduce that particular queue, rather to reduce the load, what bank may do, a bank may open some several more counters, right? So if they open certain 3 4 more counters, right? So all this queue will get reduced and all these people will get distributed among those 3 4 counters, right? So here in compute optimize, if you want to have your task multitasking, or if you want to complete some kind of uh, parallel processing task, right? So these type of instances are uh, good for that. Rather, they have EC2 compute optimized is the instances they have created for that purpose only, right? So if I come to definition straight away, compute optimized instances are ideal for compute bound application, right? So they benefit from high performance processor. So good for your scientific modeling, intensive machine learning, or multiplayer gaming, right? So for those purpose, this compute optimized instance is good should be a good choice, right? So now compute optimized, it is a C series, general purpose. If I try to remember, we have got three, right? So we have got A, M, and T. Now compute optimized, C. So C is for compute and C series. So easy to remember. C series. Under C series they have C5CN, C4, C6G to C6GN. They have C6IN, C6ID. So let us try to see what are the differences among these C4, C5, right? Now C4, wherein I've not mentioned, yeah, C4, C5, CN, C6. So we'll just see what is C4 first. So compute optimized C4 instances are optimized for compute intensive workload, right? And they deliver very cost effective high performance. So these are the instances. It basically the cost is very low. You can use those instances for media transporting, batch processing, and any kind of scientific modeling if you want to perform, or if you want to install a high performance web server, right? So we can have web servers in general purpose instance also, but in that we get a very average performance instance type, right? So if you want to have a high performance web server, you may go for compute optimized C4 series. Now C4 series virtual CPUs, if you see, it is start from 2 to 36 and RAM 3.75 GB to 60 GB, right? So again, I'll repeat, these are very cost effective solution, compute optimized C4, right? Let's see what is C5 and CN. Again, C5 CN, they are also for that media transporting, scientific modeling, but cost wise it is like pretty much high if I compare with C4, because they run on Skylake with Nitro system, so hardware is different. Wherein C4 runs on Haswell chips also C5. If you see virtual CPUs, we have from 2 to 96, wherein for C4 we have only 2 to 36, right? Also RAM 4 GB to 192 GB, right? And storage is EBD and SSD. So again, all this basically the difference between all these series, right? C series, under C series we have C4, C5, C6. The difference comes with virtual CPUs and RAM, right? So performance wise, like I can have my web servers in C4 also, I can have my web server in C5 also, but C5 gives me certain more virtual CPUs and some more RAM, right? So it depends upon my requirement. Let's say as a solution architect, you will be suggesting those instances based on the client requirement, right? So enough number of choice we have under EC2, we have to suggest what the requirement is, what will be the workload of our particular server, and based on that we may choose those instances, right? So let us see what is C6G, C6GD, C6GN. Again, they deliver 40% better performance compared to C5 generation, right? And they here we can have video encoding gaming servers, wherein those we cannot have under C4, C5, right? And virtual CPUs 2 to 192 and RAM 4 GB to 384 GB, wherein C5 we have only 192 GB, right? So here now RAM is increased, so we have 384 GB RAM. We can very ideal for video encoding and gaming servers, right? This C6G and C6GD series, and the last one is C6I and C6ID. These are the basically third generation Intel Xeon scalable processors, ideal fit for compute intensive workload with your ad serving, video encoding, distributed analytic. Again, these are the basically bare metal. Now, what I mean to say by bare metal, if you have a bare metal instance, you get directly access to the physical resources, right? Because bare metal on top of bare metal is a system wherein no OS is installed on top of your hardware, right? So directly all these C6I, C6ID instances, if you choose, you get access to physical resources, and again 120 virtual CPUs with 256 GB of RAM. So these are the bare metal. But please remember, bare metal instances will be at cost will be very high compared to your other instances. So my point is basically, whenever you try to choose those instances, please have a look for the pricing model also, and based on that we should suggest those instances uh, as a solution architect, I'm saying. Or for testing purpose also, if you want to choose those instances, please have a look in the pricing model also, right? You can very well see in your console, Amazon console login, when you try to create a launch instance, right? So that's it about this compute instance. Uh, do subscribe my channel if you like the video. Also, I'll be keep on uploading the other videos for the other instance types, right? Yeah. Thank you.